Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 that was just released yesterday. I know you guys have probably already seen a bunch of articles on it, but I thought I'd at least put my 2 cents on everything, and I'm repping my Armor Max shirt. And you guys, if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. It's going to be in my Mercedes-Benz playlist where I reviewed the G-Wagon they had. It was absolutely awesome. But basically, to kind of chunk this video out if you're wanting to see one thing or another, very loosely speaking, in the first part we'll probably talk about the exterior styling, and I'll show you guys some photos and everything as I'm going over it myself. I actually have my laptop pulled up so I can kind of go over all the elements that I see, and then we'll go over the interior styling with the truck, and then after that we'll segment into the new features on the truck. And then we'll actually finish things off with the Ford Raptor that's apparently now coming out, which, yeah, that kind of will be like a very short segment because I want to make a standalone video about that. But with all that being said, let's get right into it. Okay, so for this part, I thought it'd be best for me just to show my computer screen because Ford was gracious enough to put this really cool thing up on their website where you can see the truck. So, sorry that this isn't as nice as pictures, but I mean, I feel like this looks pretty good for you guys to be able to see. So the front end, first and foremost, I like those new lights. Actually, they've kind of grown on me, but they do look like Expedition lights. And I'll throw like a picture up of a Ford Expedition so you can kind of see the front end. Super similar. You can see the bumper looks different right there as well. The little fog lights, that all looks different on top of that. Now, coming to the side here, you can kind of see the hood a little bit. The hood looks the same. And the side profile, that also pretty much looks the same. So, I know that they said that they did like all new sheet metal or something like that, but I mean, it looks like things haven't changed too much with that. Apparently you can get 22-inch wheels. Those aren't the 22s, but I guess you can get 22-inch wheels. Good job on the background, by the way, Ford. This is actually a pretty cool little picture, and I'm glad that they gave you like a full like 360 on the truck. And coming to the rear, those look like Expedition taillights again. It's like they stole stuff from the Expedition for sure. The rear bumper looks pretty similar to the last generation. I mean, that's exactly the same with the exhaust tip out the back. And coming full circle, yeah, you guys can see the hood. The hood's, I mean, it looks identical. It's got the same little like lines there. So this almost looks more like a refresh rather than a full redesign. I know there's a lot of stuff that they've changed, but like when Ram did their new truck, it looked completely different. Like it looks so different that people got frustrated, whereas this, it looks more futuristic, but it doesn't look like so different that it's crazy. And apparently the truck's a little bit wider. I think they said like by like 1 inch, but you can't really tell. Who would have thought 1 inch doesn't make that much of a difference? But yeah, all jokes aside, I think it's pretty cool. And the other thing is you actually have some pretty cool colors. So here's the first one, which is the race red. So you guys can see what that looks like here. I'm just going to do it at one angle that I think that angle probably does it the best. The color is the best justice. Of course, it changes as soon as I do it. And this is the agate black. So this is what my Raptor has. Before, obviously, I wrapped it. And then you've got the carbonized gray. Yeah, that looks cool. And again, thanks Ford for having this on your website. You guys did a really good job with having this all there. Ooh, that silver looks good. That's a nice looking color. Stone gray. That's pretty cool. Actually, I actually like that one. And then Oxford white. So this is like your work truck white, basically. Always looks good on a truck. Ooh, Velocity blue. I think I just killed the website, guys. Give me a sec. Well, I'm back. Apparently the website does not want to show the Velocity blue. It just goes blank. But if we go to the next one, we've got the Rapid red, which I think that color is just beautiful. Ford did a really good job on that color. And then the next one is Space white. I guess it doesn't want to show that one either. Antimatter blue. Okay, this color is not too crazy. That was the one that I kind of showed you guys, but it freaking, that's a cool name for a color. And then Guard. Oh, this one isn't pulling up. That's sad. I want to show this one to you guys because it's kind of like a greenish gray. It's really weird. I'm guessing it's green because it's named Guard. So I'm guessing it's green, but that's sad that it won't pull up. That's the exterior. Well, let's actually pull up one that actually pulls up. There, that's the exterior of the new F-150. So the next thing is the interior, and Ford doesn't have a cool 360 thing set up, so we've got some pictures though at least. So here's the first picture. You guys can see this is a King Ranch. Actually, let's see if I can go to a full view. If it'll load. There we go. Yeah, definitely a King Ranch. Or at least, I mean, it's got the little thing for a King Ranch. That looks pretty nice. You guys can see the wood right there. And it looks like they've got more leather on the dash up here. Steering wheel looks pretty much the same. I mean, the controls look a little bit different, just like how the actual buttons look on the steering wheel. They got that new like trick gear selector. If you guys can see there with the climate controls, that looks just a little bit more modern. Everything over here is in the same place, just looks a little bit different. The push start looks identical. The screen, yeah, that screen looks really good actually. And then you can see like all the controls above the screen just like normal. So that is all pretty much the same. And I think they had another photo if I can find it. Bear with me here. Oh yeah, here we go. This was inside because I want to show you guys the door panel. So you guys can see there on the door panel, it looks like this is all soft touch here. It looks like they've increased the soft touch because before it was just all plasticky and kind of junky and all that. So it looks like they've increased the soft touch. Right there you can see the screen again. That screen is just massive. And then the gear selector that you can kind of like fold down and in. I think that's pretty neat. But yeah, that's pretty cool so far in terms of just what they've done. It looks like just the interior in general is a little bit nicer. Not like a huge overhaul. Again, this looks more like a refresh than a full redesign. I think there was one more picture that showed, you guys can see some stuff. Oh, here we go. It shows like the new reclining seats they have in the interior that like do a massive recline. Let's go to the full screen so you guys can see the actual full image here. Hi. Oh, there we go. Now it loaded up. Yeah, you guys can see the full image there. That's pretty cool. They can do like this huge recline and basically like sleep in your truck. I think that's cool. And looking at the seats themselves, looks like they've improved the quality of the leather. It looks like the leather is a little bit nicer material as well. Yeah, just overall the interior on the truck, you guys can see kind of all the touch points. Everything looks like it's a little bit nicer than what it was prior. I'm trying to see if there's anything in the back seats that I can see, but not really. Cup holders look cool too. But yeah, that's the interior. And I mean, just finish off, it looks like they're trying to get back up with RAM. I'd have to sit in the truck to like fully touch all the touch points, but it looks like they, I mean, are getting the interior up to the same range as what RAM has, which is awesome. Well, let's talk about some of the technical stuff now with the new F-150. So it looks like they've kept all the same engines that they had before. So the naturally aspirated 3.3 liter V6, the naturally aspirated 5 liter V8, the turbocharged 2.7 liter V6, and then the turbocharged 3.5 liter V6, and then also the 3 liter V6 Power Stroke diesel. But the biggest difference is all of them have the 10-speed automatic, which is a really good move. It's something that I've been saying Ford has needed to do for a while, because the 10-speed, you just got to do it. It gives you better shift times, gives you better fuel economy. It's just the more modern transmission. So it's good that they've added that into every single engine in their lineup. Now the new thing is, apparently they might be tweaking the power outputs on some of those engines. They haven't released power outputs, they haven't released fuel economy numbers, any of that. So we don't really know, but I'm guessing that they'll keep probably the 3.3 liter V6 and the 5 liter V8, they'll probably keep the same. But I imagine on the 2.7, maybe they'll change it a little bit. The 3.5 is the one that probably will have the biggest changes. And the 3 liter Power Stroke, they'll probably keep that one the same. The cool thing though is they're actually releasing a hybrid, and this will be the first hybrid full-size truck ever to hit the market, which I think is cool. Ram has their e-torque, but that's a mild hybrid system. It's not like a true hybrid where you get the electric motor all the time. And so with this new hybrid, it says that the system adds 47 horsepower from an electric motor, which I think that's awesome. I don't see anything about adding any additional torque. That would be cool. But here's the thing that I think is important about this whole hybrid system. The F-150s are, the majority of them are purchased with a twin turbo V6, okay? And you're going to have turbo lag whenever you have a turbocharged truck. So since the majority of these trucks are purchased with a turbocharged engine, having an electric motor that'll give you instant power, instant torque offline, hopefully it gives some torque as well, will help kind of mitigate some of that turbo lag feel that you get the truck. So the truck will feel just as responsive as a V8 off the line, I imagine. So I think that's really cool. And I think this hybrid, it probably won't make up a huge portion of their sales because it'll probably be too expensive, but I think it's a move in the right direction for making the truck just drive even better. Towing capacity, it looks like they're keeping that about the same, so nothing's really changing with the towing capacity or the payload. It looks like all that's the same. Other cool tech is they're adding a bunch of extra outlets into the bed, which is pretty neat. Yeah, like a whole generator and everything. That's cool. That's actually pretty cool. They're doing kind of like a more of a multi-function tailgate where you can kind of like use it as like a workbench type deal. So not like Ram's split tailgate or GMC's weird tailgate that just really doesn't work, to be honest. Just saying. Now with the interior, like I said earlier, you have like the console that can shift into the thing. Sorry that I don't have a video to show you guys, but maybe I'll try to find something that I can at least show you guys. But yeah, like the console shifts down, and then the other thing is you can like fold out the center console flat, so you can like work off of it, which is pretty cool as well. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it seems like the tech they've added that new charging stuff. It looks like they're adding, oh, this is cool. It looks like they're also adding more driver safety assistance. So you're going to be able to basically have the truck drive itself. It'll pay attention to your attentiveness. So Tesla truck kind of, but not really at the same time. I think that's cool that they're adding that, because I mean, I have my 2020 Raptor. I use my adaptive cruise control all the time, but obviously I still have to steer and all that kind of stuff. So if it would steer for me, that would be really neat from a safety tech standpoint. And then there was that new screen that you guys saw, so just bigger screen. They're kind of, again, it doesn't really go against, because Ram's 12-inch screen is just crazy, but I mean, it's a massive screen, so they're kind of going for that more modern look with the screen on that. And I mean, other than that, the truck, it seems like, again, it feels more like a refresh than a full redesign. They've added some cool stuff, but most of this sounds like what it's had before, to be honest. So I'm trying to find anything. Oh, so it is 12-inch. So that screen is 12-inch, by the way. And this is kind of like my candid reaction to all this, so you guys get like my legitimate reaction to everything that's happening. Moonroof, Bang & Olufsen sound system. Yeah, I mean, most of this stuff, it's not like this is crazy. Oh, cool. I'll show this to you guys so you can see this little thing with the center console. Okay, so this is what I was telling you about. You can see that the center console goes down and then that flips out. Or sorry, the shifter. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's actually pretty neat. I mean, I don't know when I'd ever use that personally, but it's still cool that it has it at least. Now, the last thing to talk about is obviously the Raptor. And again, I'm going to make a whole video that's actually dedicated to the Raptor, because I'm going to be comparing it to the TRX that Ram is releasing, and obviously I own a 2020 Raptor, so I feel like, again, I need to make a dedicated video to that. But I'll throw up some pictures of renders. So Ford hasn't officially released anything for the Raptor, but these are just renders of what people think the new generation Raptor is going to look, and hopefully I can find one of that yellow color, because they have like pictures of it in yellow, and it looks so, it's like a yellow, goldish yellow. It looks crazy. Like, it looks so good. That's so cool. But these renders, basically, what it looks like they've done is they've just taken the current generation Raptor and they've just thrown on the new lights and the new headlights and new taillights, different wheels, and other than that, it's all the same. Yeah, so it looks like they've just changed the lights out for the current generation Raptor, and that's all the same. So it's, I don't know, it's kind of hard to say. I think that looks cool. But again, it doesn't look like a full, if that's what Ford actually does, that doesn't look like a full redesign. That just looks like a refresh, a little bit different front end. We'll see what they do with the suspension and everything and with the power outputs. But again, I'm just going to keep that short because we're going to have a dedicated video about the Raptor and the TRX. Now let's finish things up with my overall initial thoughts on the new Ford F-150. And I mean, I feel like it just kind of speaks for itself. Again, just looking at all these pictures and everything, it looks cool. Like, I definitely, when I first saw it before I filmed this video, when I like pulled up the pictures, I was like, I don't know, but I mean, they've kind of, the look has kind of grown on me. I think it looks cool. It looks modern. I think it's a good look, but I mean, I feel like slightly, not like super disappointed, but I feel like slightly disappointed because it's just doesn't feel like an all-new truck. Like when Ram released a new truck, it was like, holy crap, what is this thing? Whereas Ford, it's kind of like new headlights, new taillights, and a little bit extra features on the interior that are pretty cool, but again, it just feels so similar to the old truck. That just, every time I look at these pictures, it looks so similar. I wish they would have done a little bit more from the styling standpoint. They've definitely, they took the conservative route with the styling. I feel like they should have gone a little bit more crazy, just done something that felt like way crazier, way newer. And maybe with the interior, I think that maybe they should have just completely overhauled it, because the interior still looks super similar to the current generation, just a little bit nicer. Whereas again, I know I'm comparing to Ram a ton, but Ram has really set the standard for truck interiors, and they just completely overhauled the interior on their 1500 series. And the Ford just, it looks like they've taken the same interior, they just threw some extra leather on it, made it a little bit nicer, but not a whole lot more. And again, I've got to get into the truck, actually see it for myself, so I might have my viewpoint change once I actually see one in person. Maybe I go, wait, this looks way better in person, and maybe I'll go, wait, this interior looks way different in person. But from what I've seen with the pictures and all that so far, it just feels like a refresh, not a redesign. But I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below what you think about the new F-150. I'm still excited about it. I'm still excited for these new F-150s to hit dealer lots. Obviously, I'm excited about the new Raptor. And I guess the one news drop that I should put in this video is, apparently, now this is not confirmed, but apparently the Raptor is not going to be a 2022. There was some news that they're going to discontinue the Raptor for a year, so they're going to have a completely empty year. So 2020 would be Raptor production. Obviously, I have a 2020, then they would not have a 2021, and then they would renew production for 2022. But word on the street, and the person that released this is motor1.com, by the way, so go check them out. Go check out their article. Apparently, they're saying that it might be a 2021 model year. So if that's true, then the Raptor might be coming out about the same time as the TRX. So that'll be pretty interesting. But again, let me know what you guys think, and thank you for watching. If you're stopping for the first time, please subscribe. I'll see all of you in the next video.